This is the instructional video for the HORB and relative stand. So we've got them separated out right now into the different assembly sets. So this one's going to be the relatives. This is the HORB. A lot of these pieces are all the same. So the actual piece that the cards sit on is identical for all three of these. The back walls are identical for all three. So these guys here. The card retainer bottom wall is all the same, and the side walls are the same. With the differences being this guy here and obviously the base plates. They are keyed so you can't get the wrong, or you can't put the side walls on the wrong way. It's kind of nice, but we're going to start with the relative side since the HORB follows the same kind of design methodology here, but it's a little bit easier to start with. So first thing I want to do is take the base here, and like all the kits, we recommend using glue. Some of these fit tighter than others, so if you don't use glue, it may fall apart, especially once you get some cards in them. But you want to put glue on the valleys here, and first thing we're going to do is pop this in and just kind of get that set off. And then we can take the base plate here and the back, and we're going to pop this large notch down, again putting glue on all the valleys. Just snap it right in there. We're going to do one of the side walls. So if we set that on its edge, you can see the two side walls are symmetrical to one another, and the only one that's going to go on to have the logo, here we'll start at this side. So the logo here will be in the back on the outside. So you're going to line up this little notch here with that notch and just kind of zip it on down. So once you get it started, you can kind of line up the bottom as well. Again, putting glue before you put that thing in there. Then we're going to spin it around, and we're going to take the actual card tray. And the way this thing sits is the first piece that we put on is going to be lower. It's going to be down the bottom. So it will, this notch here will key into that notch right there. So again, glue along the valleys. You just want to kind of line that up just like that. And once you start to get it going, you can kind of pop it in. So it's kind of going up at a slant like that. And then we'll do the opposite side. So again, it can only go in one way. So, oh, you know what? This is actually one of the walls for the opposite piece here. We'll grab the wrong one. Okay. So this is the other wall for the HORB. Just knew that because the logo would have been on the inside there. So again, gluing all the valleys. This one, because this piece can move around a little bit, it helps to really line it up as you're going along. So kind of start on one side, start getting it lined up with these tabs, and you can kind of grab this spot right here if you need to flex it out a little bit to get the tabs to line up. But once you get everything, it just pops together, and you'll make sure everything's nice and snug after that. And so there's a relative stand. So the HORB is going to be very similar, with the exception of needing to start with almost a mini sub-assembly here. So we're going to take the mid wall and the back wall here, and we're actually going to insert that in on either side, like so. And you want to use glue on that again, and put glue on the valleys underneath this thing. And we're going to have to basically snap that in right like so. I'll move that a little bit more over here. And then the assembly order becomes very similar to the other one. We're going to take this, glue on the valleys there, pop the tray with the base on, little holder on both of these. And then those are going to be inverted here. So then we can just start with one of the sides. Again, gluing all the valleys. We're going to pop that into the little notches right like that, around that center wall. Once you get it lined up, just kind of work your way down There we go. And since we're doing this side right now, we'll finish it out. We'll take it, put the logo on the outside, and we're gonna line that up just like that. Same deal where you may have to maneuver some of it. Actually, it helps sometimes to start on the very bottom there for lining everything up. You can kind of move that card holder piece out of the way, get everything to snap in. And we'll do the same thing to the other side. It's a little card tray. Then pop it in, line up the notches. And then glue in all the valleys once again. And we'll start in the same way we did on the other ones. Just kind of line it up and zipper your way across and flex the pieces a little bit if you need them to line up. There we go. So, like I said, this one's a little bit looser than some of them are, so if we weren't using glue, it probably wouldn't stay together, so definitely recommend using the glue. But there's the HORB and the relatives, and they fit in here. You can put little stands on the bottom of the card and actually have it in here so it can just be popped out really easy for gameplay. So.